Welcome to my channel. To new viewers and current subscribers, thanks for coming back. So the challenge for this month in the Art and Soul Studio Facebook group, which everyone is welcome to join, it's linked down below, is to finish some project that you didn't finish this year, being this the last month of the year of 2018, something that you didn't finish. Right now I'm showing you a journal that I had already finished because I'm going to do the cover the same way. So I was showing you that cover. So there are things I need to finish up in this second journal, which is 2 out of 3 of a series of 3 junk journals that I created. These are heavy duty needles, and they're really good for sewing the book. And instead of using waxed linen thread, and that's the template, which I've already measured out. It's 1 inch in on each side, left side, right side, 1 inch in, and exactly in the middle. So instead of using waxed linen thread, I'm using the twine because it goes with the burlap. And here's a pack I just recently got. It only on Amazon. It only costs around $8. And a pack that comes, because I'm new to junk journal making, and it has the awl, AWL, for poking the holes for thread for sewing, and it has the bone folder. I'm not sorry, I don't know if that's the right word for it. And it has wax linen thread in there, and it has several needles in that glass vial. It has several different needles. So it's a nice little pack, only $8, and it comes with two bone folders. So if you're new to junk journal making, this is not exactly a tutorial, but it gives you a rough idea that of how not how to totally put it together from the beginning, because I put it mostly together. Today I'm putting on the cover and I'm finishing up a few of the inside pages. So if you are a beginner at junk journaling, this will give you just a rough idea about it. So I'm poking holes with the awl, and it'll just be 3 holes, a center hole, and 2 holes that are 1 inch in on the left and right sides. And I'm holding everything clamped down with clips so nothing moves. So I've already created the journal cover. I did that off camera. And it's very similar to the one that I just showed you in the very beginning of the video. And now I'm using the needle and I'm going to sew it. Much of this is self-explanatory, so the music will be going to be playing in the background, and I'll be popping in and out to make comments. So hope you enjoy watching. If you do enjoy this video, please click like down below, the thumbs up, which is also the like button, the thumbs up button. Also click the red button for subscribing and hit the bell if you want up-to-date notifications of when I post new videos. You do that by clicking the bell, and then a pop-up box comes on and says, do you want to see all new videos or some of them? So it gives you some choices. And I always read my comments. So I read and reply to all my comments. I love getting feedback and hearing your comments. So again, I'll be popping in and out with any comments that I might make, since much of this is self-explanatory. The stitching, there is a certain way to do it, and I'm not going to completely explain it here, since this is not a really complete tutorial or anything. More like a demonstration. Now that I've come to the end of sewing that, and this book happens to be just one signature, and it's about 15 to 18 pages long. Just a side note, it will be available on my Etsy shop, but it's not posted there yet. And I'm going to double tie a knot, and then I'm going to tie a bow. Now, there's different ways to do this, and I think the bow just looks pretty. It's a nice finishing touch. And I'm new to, as I said, I'm new to junk journaling, and I do find it strange that the loose ends end up on the inside, but I've watched many tutorials, and that is how many of the junk journalers do it. They end up with the loose threads on the inside after sewing instead of on the outside. I guess you could, but it could be done either way. The next thing I'll be making is off camera. I am going to be making the latch for the book cover. The book cover's not done yet. And I'm going to be making inside pockets. I will show that on camera. Inside pockets on the front, inside front, and the inside back covers, made out of burlap. Some of those pages I want to finish up. That's one of my favorite pages right there, those two pages together. There's lots of writing space and many what do they call them? Tuck pockets with tags. So that was a little flip through. Here is the lace ribbon, the lace burlap ribbon, which I'll be using to make the pockets. I'm showing there that I folded over the edge so that I don't have a raw edge showing. And I love how burlap holds the fold. So you make a fold and it's almost like folding paper. It actually holds the fold, stays creased. And for gluing, I will be using a hot glue gun. Now, as a junk journal, I did not completely use junk. For some of the tuck pockets, I did use coasters that I got from a restaurant, a whole bunch of thick cardboard coasters for drinks, and I used them for my side pockets. The tuck pockets, tuck spaces. What do they call them? Tuck spaces, and everything else though was not junk, but it was things from my stash, and I was so surprised to because this is my second junk journal that I've ever made that I'm showing you here, and I was so surprised how much of the stash gets used up. Now this burlap, which is this burlap lace that I made the book cover with, is really a table runner, but I bought it for arts and craft purposes, and I bought it a couple years ago, and I'm going to be making 3 book covers with it, so I'm going to finally use it. I haven't used it at all, and I just used so many other things from my stash. So even though I'm not using a lot of junk or reusable materials, but I am using up a lot of my stash, I was really happy to do that. I don't want to get burned, so that's why I'm using the scissor handle. You can see there at the top I have 3 pairs of scissors. The green ones are for cutting paper. The gray ones are tiny scissors and they are for fussy cutting. And the orange scissors are new and they are just for fabric, because it will dull your scissors if you use the same scissors for cutting paper and fabric. Excuse me. It will dull your scissors. It's better to have a designated scissors just for cutting paper and other scissors just for cutting fabric. And then the tiny scissors, I just found out recently. I had just purchased them recently because I didn't know that tiny scissors were the best to use for fussy cutting. And this book has a winter theme. It's not a Christmas theme, it's not a holiday theme, but it is a winter theme. All 3 books that I made, they all are going to have pretty much the same cover, burlap lace cover, but on the inside the pages are somewhat different. There, that gets stuck to the paper, to the poster board that I'm working on, and then it makes a mark. It pulls up some paper, gets stuck there. Later on in the video, I'm going to show you a trick to, since I couldn't peel that off, I'm going to show you a trick to how to get rid of that, of any paper bits that get stuck with hot glue to your fabric. So now I'm going to make the inside back pocket, which was exactly how I made the inside front pocket. Okay, there's a change of plans. I'm not going to show you how to make the back pocket because it was exactly the same way as I made the front pocket. Here I'm showing you my first finished journal, that clasp, how I did that wraparound clasp. I'm just showing what the finished one looks like because I am going to do the wraparound clasp off camera. And it shows you how there's plenty of room. Okay, now I'm going to be working on just finishing up some of the inside pages. So I'm using some of my washi tape, and basically I've only used 2 patterns for the washi tape, the gold polka dots, and I'm going to add another design of diagonal striped gold and white washi tape, which I think would be, instead of just using polka dots the whole time, and I think that's a nice contrast. So I thought that photo, which is not a pocket, it's just a kind of like an inspirational photo of a hot mug, hot drink of something in a mug on a cold day, and it's just like an inspirational picture in the journal, and I thought that needed finishing off with something like washi tape. And there's a nice envelope. On the back of the envelope again is another kind of inspirational photo. Those pages were made with spraying ink through the stencils and then using wipe up paper from the ink, pressing down on the stencils. That's a bag of bows because I did not have any ribbon on hand at all, and I was thinking, oh, what could I use? I didn't have any yarn, and I wanted to use something for the tags. So I thought it was pretty creative that I took unstapled whatever color bow I wanted, and then you cut them and you just rip them apart. They rip completely evenly, and was able to use that for ribbons on my tags. Again, I'm going to finish off that inspirational photo, which is a crow sitting on a snowy branch. And I'm going to finish off that photo with some washi tape as well. And that will be the last page that I work on in the journal. Again, finishing off that inspirational photo of a train, or no, there's no train, but it's railroad tracks in the snow. Again, there's lots of writing space in this journal. Okay, so that piece of paper got stuck on with hot glue. And okay, I'm going to show you in a few minutes how I get rid of that. And the clasp is held together with Velcro, but hot glued on in the back. And I hot glued the Velcro pieces on as well to make them very secure. I have another little bit of paper right there that was stuck and I need to get rid of that. I'm kind of just going through again, a flip through now that the whole book is finished. Just a quick flip through again. Okay, it's with a heat gun, not your heat drying tool that blows out a lot of air, but a heat gun that doesn't blow out a lot of air, that gets to extremely high heat, that you have to use for embossing, or if you are using caustic at all, you have to use a heat gun. So it's not your heat drying tool, it's actually the heat gun that you would use for embossing, and you just heat up any bits of paper that got stuck with a hot glue gun, and you'll be able to peel them right off. So that's my tip. So there it is, finished. Lots of space for making it bulkier. Thanks so much for watching. Please click the thumbs up button if you enjoy this, and click the red subscribe button so you can see more videos.